back one and all to Star Citizen with Almstall. So we're gonna have some fun today, I hope. I mean, it's a lot dependent on the stability of this brand new patch. This is PTU 3.3.0 Alpha Bravo AB. So the second of the two-letter patches to the PTU of Star Citizen. A little bit of frame drops there. I am still only running 16 gigs of memory right now, which is not ideal for me. I do have my memory packed up, and I got my RMA slip from Corsair, so I can send those in. They have such a nice lifetime warranty on their memory, so I'll get those replaced. We'll be back up to 36 gigs, 32 gigs. I can't math. It's relatively early in the morning for me. I am still drinking my coffee. So that's kind of a thing. But on another note, so I had more content recorded. I decided to just kind of scrap it all and go from a more fresh perspective here. So yeah, this is Thursday, November something. What is today? The 8th that I'm recording this. This Alpha Bravo patch did just drop today, I believe. I think I checked last night. It might have dropped last night. But in either case, we'll see. They eliminated the number of known bugs pretty dramatically. Hopefully my sound levels are good on this. I'm gonna have to kind of see as we go along. Just check our levels on the side there. So what do we have here? Okay, so they removed any ships that I had purchased. It looks like this is basically a fresh start, which is good. Let's go ahead and get the Mustang. That is one of the things they want us to test. They have ships that they want us to test.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Yeah, so that's... Alright, that's a little lower than my levels on microphone, so we'll see. Landing pad CO1, we do have a HUD icon, so that works. That was the wrong way. Another thing to note is I gave up waiting on the new flight model and I hooked up my HOTAS again. So hopefully you'll see some improvements in my flying. I will say though, it has been a long time since I've flown with these, so it's still gonna have to take a little bit of getting used to. I also changed my control scheme up a bit. Yeah, I think the game volume is gonna have to drop a little bit, so let me go ahead and get out of here real quick. Alright, let me do it from within here actually. Drop that to an 80 maybe, that ought to be good. Just drop this all to 80 here. I do have the music off because that can get a little loud sometimes. What I was saying is that I do kind of need to get used to my controls again, and remembering, because I set the controls up a couple patches ago and finally got to play at the last patch, and it's been a couple days since then. Random sound effect that I shouldn't be getting at that time. Also, the Mustang's wings are down. They should be up. Alright, well, yeah. This is like an alpha of an alpha. My ladder's already down as well. Interesting. So another thing I did is I actually remapped the inner thought button from F on the keyboard to my forward button on my mouse. I did that because my keyboard's actually set in front of me. Ooh, you know what else I should do while I'm thinking about it? Is it interactions? I don't think it is. Cockpit. View. That's what it is. For the free look, I'm gonna go ahead and put that to my back button on my mouse. Because again, my keyboard is kind of on the desk in front of me. So, oh, one more thing I have to do. Sorry, I didn't plan on setting all these controls up here. For movement, I need to remove the mouse movement so I can not have to worry about that messing me up. So if I am moving the mouse, it's not actually moving it. All right, so let's go ahead and go into flight ready.
Welcome. Your journey begins now. All systems operational.
Give it a little bit for our shields to load up. Excuse me. Good opportunity to take some more coffee sips. All right, and we're good to go. Well, I completely forgot to actually load up, of course. Ah, jeez. All right, so let's go ahead and do custom here. Joystick, load. There we go.
Complete.
All right. And I believe that's my landing gear. Indeed.
Landing gear.
So yeah, much better control on the ship here. Got my rudder pedals set up for my roll.
Proximity alert. Front. Proximity alert. Front.
So we can do a bit more on the maneuver side of things. Again, gonna take me a little bit to get used to some of it, but it is what it is. Alright, so what we want to do today, let's see, new patch. So we want to basically get to Levski, which I believe is out here. No, that's a comm array. On this side. Comm array. Should be away from the sun. There's Daymar, looking for Delamar, which I guess is up here somewhere. Is it on the other side? No, it's Crusader. Alright, let's try to get on the plane here. So what's up here? Interesting that they put those there, not on the side when they should have been. Okay, am I not able to see Delamar from just using my quantum drive? Okay, well.
Quantum travel engaged.
Not what I want.
Quantum travel complete.
Alright, also they did put interdictions back in. So let's go ahead and see if we can just set a route, I guess. It's odd, in previous anyways, always had no problems finding that. Alright, so our route is set, so now we should have a marker on the map, and it's basically right where we were. I don't know. Ah, I see they still have the center of the ship misaligned with the HUD icon. Is what it is.
Quantum travel engaged.
So, being the longest, or one of the longest, quantum travel distances, still getting some lag on entering quantum. We may get interdicted, and we may end up having to fight. In a Mustang, not the greatest thing to have happen, but if we die, we die. We can always try to run away as well. So there's a couple things they still have not working. Voice over IP, face over IP, they said are still known issues at the moment. I hope to see those get fixed before 3.3 goes to live. Cool, we did get interdicted, so that works. Another thing was interesting. So that's still a thing. Actually, I can't remember what the other known issue was. I'd have to look that up. All right, so let's see. So is that yellow there? No, orbital marker. Where's yellow? Is that it? Yellow. Levski. Man, I am. It's almost like I know nothing about Star Citizen.
Quantum travel engaged.
But on the plus side, you'll see I have managed to figure out the navigation of Star Citizen much more. So that's definitely a
Quantum
plus.
travel complete.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and boost in here. They still do need to add to the point where you can lock a target location. So if I wanted to lock Levski on there without having to, we'll get up about 1,000 meters per second here. So I don't have to actually, you know, spool my quantum drive to see not only where Levski is, but the distance from it. I should be able to select it in my star map and actually see the distance and have it locked onto my map on my HUD so I can, you know, constantly see where it's at, how close I am to it, all that good stuff. So here's a real test on some frame rates, and again, my memory is cut in half from what it normally is, or what I would like it to be, so that could play an impact on there. The 3.3.0 Z patch, the last of the normal alphabet, was actually super stable when I had that going. That was so far my favorite patch. But it is what it is. Alright, so let's kind of float in here and let's pull up our comms and request a landing pad. Alright, looks like we've got a pad over here on the left. Yep, there's the doors opening. So I'm excited for the new flight model. Above all else, we're getting a lot more control of our thrusters, especially of our main thrusters. So I could just lower the power down. So you don't really have, you won't have this this pre-mode, this precision mode, or SCM, or really even an afterburner. In the sense that they have it now, you'll have an afterburner in the more traditional sense, actually, which is kind of nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and level ourselves out here. Slow down our thrusters. We ought to be within range now. Let's go ahead and get to a more level position, and we'll go ahead and lower ourselves
Proximity
down.
alert. Deck. Landing complete.
Pretty damn good landing, and again, that's...
Safe.
Shields
Yeah, you don't need to talk to me. That's pretty much mostly because I am using the HOTAS again, and again, much more familiar, and it just feels better to me. It's so much more intuitive. This is the right, this is normally more lit up. I guess I pulled ahead a little far. I'm so used to flying my my Constellation, which is, you know, that's about where you want your cockpit to be, maybe a little bit further back, not by much, and then you center the ship up there. But hey, absolutely no issues with the landing, so that worked out. Alright, so we're here at Levski. So far, man, the frames are really good. I do have my settings on max, so that's always a plus. Still getting used to having my inner thought on my mouse. Um, Still hitting the F every now and then. Coffee cup is nearly empty. We'll probably have to take a second to go get some more. Maybe when we're in the elevator down to Teach's ship shop. They did supposedly fix where Teach's ship shop will have no ships in it on certain servers. Let's see here. There we are. Elevator. Cool. It's right here. Alright, so I'm going to actually go grab another cup of coffee real quick. With the coffee. Alright, so let's go ahead. Open the doors up here. Yeah. Okay, a little bit of frame drop there for sure. Yep, go ahead and take my ship. You're not actually saying anything. I don't know if you know that, but it's cool, dude. Take the ship. You know, I know that you can go and find him. I've not actually looked up any videos or how to do it, and I try to run around and find him myself, but seem to have an issue doing that. I wonder if they fixed this or if they actually have a price for the Cyclone. They still do not. Alright. Well, that sucks. So I've come in and I've gotten the Prospector multiple times now and done some mining, and I gotta say, mining was not one of the things that I was really looking forward to with this game. As far as, you know, a role or a job that I was going to partake in. Uh, but in my experience, in this PTU, playing around with the Prospector and mining, that's actually something I really would be interested in doing. Have they changed any of the prices on these by chance? Is it going to show me any of the prices on these, or do I actually have to, oh, okay, now that's nice. So you can see that you can highlight it, but it's not until you bring up your inner thought that you actually get the price on it. That's really cool. That's much better, actually. I like that. Nope, still 1.62 million. All right. I already have a Cutlass. You know, I don't have an Aurora. I used to have an Aurora LX, I believe it was. The luxury one with the nice leather seat. Um, I have a Hornet. I think my Hornet's actually... No, I think I have the standard Hornet, just like that one is. Buccaneer I don't have. Um, It's a good ship, actually. I didn't mind flying that. It's got some pretty good weaponry on it. I just failed to... Well, this one shows the price. Interesting. Just failed to actually, you know, combat like a normal person. Likely because I was using... That was the first combat I did with mouse and keyboard. I don't, however, have a Drake Dragonfly. That is just taken off. Well, that explains how these things just end up over there, typically. Over in that area. I think, wow, really? From here. Huh. That's actually kind of cool. So I wouldn't mind getting a Dragonfly. I kind of like the black one. I think this is the standard one, is the black one. Let's see. So I was kind of curious that they didn't either automatically have us have the ships that they want, the new ships that they want us to test, the Hammerhead, the Valkyrie, um, the multiple variants, all the variants of the Mustang. There's one more that I'm missing as well. I think actually the Cyclones. Um, you know, they want us to test them, but we have no way to get them unless we actually own them. Uh, you know, we bought them outside the game. And, they have an opportunity here that we could buy them. Oh, I see. All right. Well, in the event this